Hello, welcome again to the channel. How you're doing? I hope you are doing fine. So guys, on today's video, I'm talking about something that many people have been asking me about. I'm talking about something that many people have been making inquiries on. So today, the title of this my video is my advice to those abroad, those of us in diaspora who wants to get into livestock farming. So my advice to those abroad who want to invest in livestock farming in Nigeria. First of all, livestock farming is a good business. It's a good business if done right. If done right, because at the end of the day, population is increasing, demand is increasing, and the need to eat is always there. Before I'll think of buying a designer clothes, before I'll think of buying a door, before I'll think of buying a cotton, before I'll think of buying anything, I have to eat. Because my person will eat, feed hustle. So you have to always be able to eat. So that's why agriculture is a huge market. Probably, in fact, it's not even probably. Agriculture is the biggest economic sector in the world because people have to eat. If people don't eat, there's problem. There will be chaos in the world as a whole. And Nigeria alone has a population of 200 million right now. In the next, by 2050, Nigeria's population is going to double into 400 million. So we are looking at a situation whereby Nigeria is growing at a fast rate, but the agricultural produce are not growing at the same level. So if you have population skyrocketing and you don't have what you used to feed them, there is problem. And like I always say that the worst that can happen to Nigeria is if Nigeria becomes a food importing country. A food importing country. That would be the biggest economic hit that Nigeria will have because it's going to be devastating. Imagine Nigeria with this our current economic situation. We are still struggling. We are still, finding it hard to, circulate money around. Then all of a sudden, we are like, Nigeria will have to start importing cattle. Nigeria will have to start importing goats. Nigeria will have to start importing pigs. Nigeria will have to start importing gari, watermelon, and the rest. Man, it will be devastating. So that's why I'm always like, even if you are doing even if you're a young guy, agriculture is still good. But the problem with most of us, the young guys, we don't want to attach ourselves to the agricultural sector. It's kind of demeaning for some guys, for some people. But I don't have a problem doing that. And don't think that anybody who actually has a passion for agriculture will even have a problem doing that. Because agriculture should be more of a passion. Because if you enter into agriculture without a passion, if you just enter into it as a business, man, there are some days that some things will happen to you and you'll be like, let me quit, let me close this whole thing up. So you have to get into it with the passion, because the passion is what will cement your desire to succeed there. Because without the passion, you are bound to be like a free flying bird with no direction. Wherever the wind blows you to, that's where you're going to go. If the wind blows you to failure, you go to failure and relax. If the wind blows you to success, but why start something when you are going to rely on the wind? That's when you are depending on probabilities. Doesn't make sense. So let me get back to the topic of the video. I can talk for hours, but let me just get back to the topic of the video. Now, if you are among those who want to get into livestock farming, in fact, most of the people that reach out to me are those who are based outside country. And one thing I love about these people who are outside country is that they always think about home. They're always looking for ways to invest in homes. They're always looking for ways to invest back in Nigeria, which is good. There's nothing as good as going to the white man's country, getting his money, even though you're working for it, getting his money and put it back in your own country to grow it. Agriculture is a nice business for those who are abroad, but it can be a frustration also if you don't have somebody who is running it for you, a good person who is in charge of it for you. Because at the end of the day, what makes or mars these agricultural ventures is the attention you give to it. If you don't give it much attention, it's going to fall, it's going to crumble. There are no two ways about it. It's going to crumble. I've seen farms crumble. So it's going to crumble. So the best thing you should do for yourself is to get into it with the attention. Now, if you're abroad, there's no way you'll be coming to abroad, from abroad to Nigeria every month. It's not feasible. So the best thing you can do is get somebody that will manage it well for you. That's it. It's just like the key here is management. If you're abroad, you're looking to invest in cattle farming, because I always tell people that I can't advise you on what I don't do, because I'm like, before I will advise you now and tomorrow you'll be like, this guy gave me wrong advices. No, so I only advise people on goats, pigs, and cattle, because those are like the only three things I do, and these are the things that I want to focus on doing and keep on growing. I don't plan on entering any other agricultural venture. I just want to keep on growing these three things, because for me, I'm more comfortable with these three things I'm doing, because I just feel like, I just like these three things more. I could enter poultry, I could enter turkey, I could enter grass cutter, but everybody have what they want, what they like, what they prefer. These are the three things I prefer. So if you're among those who are abroad, who want to invest back home, I commend you for that. It's a nice thing, because most people abroad, most of them don't even remember home, forgetting that country is not their country. See, there's something that most Nigerians don't understand. A white man's country can never be your country. No matter how much you try to fit it can never be your country. It can't. Because the white man understands the fact that he has nothing to offer a black man. Racism apart, I'm speaking facts. You know that. If you're abroad, you know that. You don't know that. I have a lot of people who I know who are based in abroad. I'm talking from what I've heard them talk about. The white man has nothing much to offer the black man. The black man will have to suffer for what he gets. The white man doesn't give a black man anything for free. You have to work for it. Now, as a black man, there is not much opportunity for you in the white man's country, because the white man will always be focused on the whites or his fellow white people. Because this came, I know that racism like now is like has stopped, but let's be honest with ourselves. The mentality is still there. The white man's supremacy is still there. So there's nothing much for a black man in the white man's country. So that's why I always advise people who go there to always invest back home, because as a black man, there is no better place for you to have opportunities than back home. If you're Nigerian, people always say that we should leave Nigeria. Nigeria is for me and you. No other country will give you enough opportunities like Nigeria. The only problem we have in Nigeria is that our society is under a bad leadership. If our society was under reasonable leadership, things would have been okay. In fact, before you see people going out of Nigeria, it will be very, very difficult. But that's why I always tell people that if you're over there, invest back home, because you have more leverage by investing back home than over there. Because at the end of the day, a black man is a black man, a Nigerian is a Nigerian. Something must always carry to come back home. And in most cases, if you enter the wrong managers over there, you can be ruined. So the only leverage you have is to come back home. But if you did all those investments there, you won't have much leverage, because the court system will take it all away from you. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to invest back home. There are so many opportunities for people abroad to invest. We have real estate, we have petroleum industry. You can open free stations, you can open what they call it. You can open gas cooking gas stations where they sell gas, where they sell what they call it, gas for cooking now. Yeah. So, like I say, I can talk. So, if you're abroad and you want to invest into livestock farming, my advice is you get a reasonable person that will manage your business for you, who will always give you accounts. I was thinking of running an investment program for those of you who are abroad. But for now, I just want to invest. I just want to focus on my own strength. I call it strength. I use the word strength. I just want to focus on my own strength and keep on growing the whole farm by myself. But maybe maybe in the next few years, I could, open up an investment platform, and then we can see what we'll do about that. So that if you're abroad, instead of you looking for somebody that will manage your business for you, you can bring the money. I allocate a portion of the farm for you and say that this. In fact, I'll just run a typical investment program where you come, anytime you are back in the country, I'll call you. You go and visit your side of the farm. This is your farm. This is your own place. This is your own place. You get the accounts, and we get to divide a percentage of our profit each year or each month, anyhow. But for now, I'm not really focused on that. I'm not focused on helping people start their farms and growing my own farms too. Then in the next few years, you can see where I reach in terms of my decision to start an investment program, which I know that is going to be like a huge success, because the passion is there already, as you all can see. So, but for now, I'm not really focused on those things. I'm just focused on growing my own farm. I know, helping others begin their own farm. So, if you're abroad and you want to start your own farm, my advice is that you get somebody that is good enough to manage your farm, and you get into partnership with them. Because if you are running a farm and you're not there, and you're simply paying that person's salary, one thing about salary is that salary doesn't give you a sense of belonging. If I'm working for you now and you're paying me salary, I won't have that sense of belonging. I won't have that kind of attachment to that business. That's the truth. But once you get into partnership with people, to them they now have a say in the business. To them they now have that attachment in the business, because if the business fails, their money is also tied up in that business. Their strength, their efforts, their time, their knowledge is also tied up in that business. So my advice is that if you're abroad, I think you should get somebody. Probably I would advise your family member, because I don't like doing much things outside of my family. Maybe that's me. But if you are going to do something, you should do it with somebody you trust. I don't think you should even trust your friends that much, because your friends can run you to the mud. So if you have good family members, even though some family members cannot be trusted, but I think at least in a family you should also have that one person you can trust to manage your business for you. Then you go into partnership with them. You'll be like, at the end of the month, once we have sold the pigs, or for the pigs we sell in a month, once we remove the running cost that we incurred while raising these pigs, the profit, since I'm the one bringing the money, since I'm the one basically running the farm, then we'll do it 60-40 or 70-30%. They'll take their own share, I'll take my own share. And we keep on growing, because here the person now knows that I own 30% share in all these things. So if the business fails, my 30% share is gone. But it's a situation whereby you are paying the person salary. The person will be like, whether I got paying salary this month or next month, it doesn't still matter. The salary will not grow. Even if you are going to add to your worker's salary, highest is 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. But it's a situation whereby you are entering into partnership with somebody. The person is like, if this farm grows, my 30% share is also growing. Because it's a situation whereby you are selling pigs worth 200,000 in a month. Okay, let me say a pig's worth 100,000 naira in a month. That person knows that his profit there is 30,000 naira, while your own profit is 70,000 naira. Now, if the farm scales up to selling pigs of let's say 10 million naira every month, his profit is now 3 million, while your own profit is not 7 million. So the guy knows, or the woman knows, that as the farm is growing, since he or she is in a partnership with you, that her own or his own is also growing too. So the best advice for people abroad is to get somebody you can trust and get into partnership with them. I keep on saying this. I would have run an investment program, a partnership program, for those of you who are abroad, because a lot of you have indicated interest in farming, in goat farming, pig farming, cattle farming. And believe me, I will still run an investment program for cattle, for pigs, for goats, but just not now at this moment. I have a lot of things I'm focused on, and let me just be done with those things. Then I'll get back to this investment program, which is going to be a huge success, because there's nothing as much as you giving your money to somebody who has the passion to succeed, who has proper passion for a particular project, and you're giving him his money. That guy is just going to double your money for you, and keep you on track. So, but for now, I'm not really in for that for now. But when I'm ready, I'll let you guys know, because this my YouTube channel is more of a community of those who have interest in making money through agriculture. And I'm just here to help you guys. I'm just here to inspire you guys the more, because these videos, they are more of trying to just raise the awareness that agriculture has been the future. Agriculture has been the future, even though we abandoned it for years. But agriculture has been the future, and it's still the future. So guys, thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you subscribe. I have ebooks on cattle, pig farming, and goat farming. So make sure you help yourself by getting those ebooks. They are at affordable prices, and they are full of information. Those who have gotten my ebooks in the past can testify to that. So make sure you get my ebook. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share my videos, and make sure you like this video. And you can always reach out to me for consultations and for helping you to set up your farms. I'm always available to do all those things. So thank you for watching my video. And in my language, I will say Udo. Thank you. Udo.